Let's take you live to Sydney now, where the Minister for Water and the Environment, Tanya Plibersek, is speaking.
It's just not on for the Murray Darling Basin communities and environment to suffer once again like they had during that millennium drought. So after many years and much negotiation, they came up with the Murray Darling Basin Plan. Now, it's a complex plan with a simple objective, and that objective is to make sure that the Murray Darling Basin communities and environment would be protected from the impacts of future droughts as well as they possibly could be. The objective was to set up the river system better for the future. Of course, the plan has been off track now for a number of years. The previous government deliberately delayed, and I would say even sabotaged, the Murray Darling Basin Plan. When I asked the Murray Darling Basin Authority recently for advice on whether the plan could be delivered on time, I was confirmed in my worst fears that, in fact, the plan wouldn't be delivered on time and that we needed to find a new way forward with the basin states. So much of the work that has been done towards the Murray Darling Basin Plan, and I acknowledge that a lot has been done over the years, almost all of it has been done during the time that Labor has been in government. In fact, well over 80% of water recovery has been done under Labor governments. What we've seen under coalition governments is a deliberate go slow, a deliberate sabotaging of the plan, and that means we're way behind where we should be. We're way off track for delivery. Today, I'm very pleased to announce that after many months of negotiations with the basin states and territory, we have struck an historic agreement for a way forward. This way forward will deliver on the whole of the Murray Darling Basin Plan, including the 450 gigalitres of additional water for the environment. What we're proposing is more time, more money, more options, and more accountability. And I'll go through those in a moment. This is really about a return to common sense. The Murray Darling Basin Plan is an incredible piece of cooperation between the Commonwealth and the Murray Darling Basin states and the ACT. It came out of a period of environmental catastrophe, and it's designed to avoid another environmental catastrophe. We know that South East Australia in particular is getting hotter and drier, and although we've had a few wet years recently, we know that the next drought is just around the corner. We can't stand by and allow our threatened species, our rivers, our wetlands, and the 3 million people who rely on this river system for their drinking water to be unprepared for the next dry period. So that's exactly what we're doing today. We're making sure that we set the river system up for the future. Specifically on more time, there's two very important elements to this. There are a number of infrastructure projects, water infrastructure projects, supply and constraints projects that will be given additional time for their delivery. So they'll be able to be delivered in 2026 rather than 2024 when they were originally due. On the 450 gigalitres of additional environmental water, we're extending the time frame for the delivery of that water to 2027. And importantly, instead of relying only on infrastructure projects for that 450 gigalitres, we'll be seeking voluntary water purchase towards that target as well. It's very clear that the settings in the plan as they exist at the moment make it impossible for the plan to be delivered on time, and that's what the Murray Darling Basin Authority told me.